And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run for the first time with Keyshawn Vaughn. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there out of the running game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They go play action. Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin Bush. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. This one complete to Scott Miller. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second and 9 now. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Mariota on first down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On first down, Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd and 3. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand this off to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 2. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action now. Mariota. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Play fake. Mariota. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Escaping the pressure right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota airing this one out for Evans. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Going for it all. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Khalif Raymond now. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, it's Harris. Space to run past the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 3 plays already, first and goal, and they are wasting little time. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A first down throw for Mariota. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mariota. Steps away to his left.
Sometimes guys get locked into such an early, what do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 48 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Conner. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Mariota. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devin Bush able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Conner. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. To throw Mariota. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Mariota being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Lane. And some room to roam now.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
On the handoff, it's Snell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Mariota. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And a catch right side by Evans. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Snell again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down, it's Snell. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. That one looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
And they run with Harris off the option.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Taylor going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Solomon Thomas. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota to Connor on the check down. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.